Hello to my chess friends, my name is Nikola Nestorovic. I'm Grandmaster from Belgrade, from Serbia. This will be my second YouTube video. Hope you watched my first video. Hope you enjoyed. Please let me know what you think, how I can improve it. So of course this is already this is my second video, so I'm still improving. So of course I want still to learn. Okay, so this time I chose the game between Wojtaszek and Svidler Peter, played in Moscow FIDE Grand Prix 2019. So let's take a look what happened here. So obviously, let's see like that. Okay, so d4, knight f6, c4, g6, f3. Okay, typical and well-known thing is that Svidler is one of the top Grunfeld players. I think probably one of the best Grunfeld players in the world. So Wojtaszek prepared in this game. Wojtaszek prepared the move f3. So this is a kind of anti-Grunfeld idea. So okay, generally the main moves for White is to play first knight c3 or the move knight f3. With the move knight f3 after bishop g7, there is an option for White also to play g3. So fianchetto line of Grunfeld defense. In this position, Wojtaszek chose this line with f3. That's very popular in these days. Now, Svidler played this line e6. That I will say it's not the most common line here. So in this position, instead of e6, d5. I will say the move d5 is very, how to say, very typical idea. And after cd, knight d5, e4, knight b6, knight c3. Bishop g7, bishop e3, castle. Okay, so here in this position, idea of White is to play queen d2 alongside castle and to start some kind of attack with h4, h5. Idea of Black is to play knight c6 and to try to push in the center with e5 and f5. Okay, obviously position is very sharp, so still very interesting position, and probably we will see more of interesting games in the near future in this line. So, but let's see what happened. Okay, so after move f3 here, Black played e6, and after e6, White played very logical move e4. White took the center here, and now Black played obviously move c5. So idea of c5 is that after d5, the whole position will transpose to the Benoni, so to Benoni defense. So this structure is typical Benoni, not Grunfeld anymore. So after d6, knight c3, bishop g7. Now very interesting idea of knight ge2. Idea of White is to play knight g3, and after move knight g3 to develop the bishop. And after bishop d3, okay, logical castle is the next move. Okay, so after knight g2 castle, knight g3, ed, cd, and a6. Okay, so this was like typical Benoni move. Idea of a6 is naturally to push b5 pawn. So next move, white next move is very logical. So the move is a4, stopping b5 here, and now h5. Next very interesting idea of Black here is to push h pawn as far as possible. Maybe, to try to make some weaknesses on the king side. So idea is h4 and maybe even h3. So after h5, White played very nice move bishop g5. So idea of bishop g5 is to stop move h4 and to pin the knight for the queen. So this queen needs to go on some place. Let's probably to e8 or a5 even. So here Black played queen e8. Getting away from this pin. And after bishop d3, knight h7, okay, bishop f4, queen e7, knight ge2, and now knight d7. Okay, so Black is doing like his thing. So next move is to go knight e5, to develop the knight, and then Black will decide on what side of the board to play. One plan for Black is obviously to play rook b8 and b5. Other idea is to push f5, and with this move f5, to try to do some damage for White center. So, but we will see what happened after. So after move knight d7, White played castle, and after knight e5, bishop c2. After bishop c2, Black played rook b8 with the idea of move with the idea of moving b5 pawn. What was very interesting when I checked this position, there is one more game in this line between Aranyan and Erdos. In that game, Erdos played the move bishop d7, and after long fight, Aranyan won that game. So what was very interesting is that both players had this. I'm definitely sure that both of them, they had this position already, the home preparation. So it's very strange to say, but after move 16, rook b8, this is a kind of novelty. So after rook b8, white played again very logical move a5, stopping b5, because now white idea is to take take on b6, and after rook b6, at least okay, this black rook will be on the open b file, but pawn will not be on b5. So after b5 that black played, so AB, rook b6, and now very nice idea, bishop c1. What's the white plan? So with the move bishop c1, obviously to protect the b2 pawn and to prepare pushing the center. So with f4 and e5. Like I said previously, black needs to do something very quickly, or this idea with f4, e5 will be very dangerous. So black's like a way how to reply on this plan is to push f5 in the right moment. Okay, h4. My guess is that after h4, plan of black was just to stop this knight from coming back, and maybe to prepare some ideas with h3 to make some weaknesses on the king side. After h4, white played f4, and now okay, when I checked this game for the first time, I thought that knight d7 was very logical replay to go back, but here Svidler wanted to play very aggressively, so he put the knight on g4, preparing the knight f6. Okay, so also my guess is that here computer will probably give a slight advantage for white, but still from the black side it's not so easy to find a plan, because this move f5 is maybe looking good on the first look, but after some things like ef, bishop f5, some new weaknesses will appear in the black position. So it's not so simple to play this with black, and white needs only to play some logical developing moves. So you will see what will happen after. So after move knight g4, white played h3. Okay, this knight can be dangerous here. So h3 is very normal and interesting idea. Knight gf6, rook a2. Okay. So with the move rook a2, main idea is to defend the b2 pawn, because now this bishop can come to e3. So that's a kind of very useful thing in the white position. So after rook a2, black played bishop d7, queen e1. Very nice idea. So with the move queen e1, I would like to try to see how will black defend this pawn. So black played knight h5, and after knight h5, white played bishop e3. So now we can see that how much this move rook a2 was important, because not only that white is defending the pawn on b2, but maybe even the queen can come to a1, putting additional pressure to the a6 pawn, or even maybe queen will come to d2 first, and then another rook will come to a1, again putting additional pressure on the a6 pawn. So very interesting strategical plan by Wojtaszek. After rook f b8, white played b3. So this was probably critical moment in this game. So black here decided to play very sharp idea with the exchange sacrifices with move rook b3. When I checked this for the first time, when I checked this game, because I even watched this online, I thought the move f5 here was more or less like must play move, because suddenly white idea here is even to play e5 at some point, e5, f5, make some damage on the king, because even h pawn, okay, in this moment this h pawn is not under attack, but also ideas with bishop f2, bishop h4, because these rooks are far away from the play, and white needs to do something about this. So here I thought that move f5 was the move that will bring some to bring some good play for black. But after f5, on the first look I completely forgot for this move, bishop f2. Obviously, and in this position white can't take the pawn on f5 because the bishop on e3 is hanging. This nice move is very strong, this bishop f2. Plan is course, to take on h4, and the next thing is to take on f5 in the right moment. So unfortunately for black, this f5 is not working. So here Svidler decided to play rook b3, so exchange sacrifices. Svidler put this position in a very, now he played this in a very sharp way, and after bishop b3, rook b3, Wojtaszek just played bishop d2. Still, white should be better here, but I think that maybe bishop d2 was not the best thing to do. I believe that maybe a move like rook f3 was very useful here. Defending the pieces on the third rank, preparing something like bishop f2, and probably something like bishop h4. So what happened next was also very interesting. Here, Svidler played Wojtaszek played one back move like this bishop d2, and now Svidler played bishop d4 check. I'm not fully sure about this move. When I checked this game after, I think that move bishop b5 was very useful here. To put the bishop here, defending a6 pawn. Obviously, the moves like knight b5 or move like knight b5 will not work because just ab, and suddenly these pawns will become very strong. So I believe that this bishop b5 was a move much better than what happened in the game. And with this, okay, still I think that white should be better here, but the position will be very sharp after this. But here after bishop d2, Svidler gave a check. Okay, white will not take on this. I think that this knight d4 is not working, because after cd4, knight e2, Svidler's plan was to take on e4. But still I have a feeling that this must be good for white. But I'm sure that here black has a very good, very, very good compensation here. But what happened after was also, okay, white played very logical moves, so he just didn't, he didn't take the bishop, so he just played king h2. But, he put the king on a very good square here. So now, after knight f6, Wojtaszek now played one more move, rook f3. The problem here for black is that, okay, he sacrificed the exchange, but there is no clear plan what to do, how to play. I just didn't see anything concrete for Svidler here, and in that case, it's very difficult to find a move. And for white, the moves are very simple and very obvious. So idea of white is just to take on a6 in the right moment, and this bishop very soon will become a target. So knight e4 is also in the air, and not only these two moves, but this idea with e5 is very typical for Benoni. So the plans with e5 are always in the air. I think here Svidler is probably lost. So after all of this, Svidler played rook b4, trying to defend, he defended like d4 bishop for a couple of moves, but after rook a6, it's just not only that this pawn is, as a6 pawn went down, but this idea with rook a8 and the, idea to attack the black king is also very dangerous for black. So rook c4, okay, now it's not so simple to give any idea for black anymore. Rook a7, very nice move, pinning the bishop for this queen. Svidler tried to to escape with the queen d8, but after queen a1, queen is entering the battle now. Rook a8 is in the air, pinning the queen and the king. So that's the next step in this play. Svidler tried with knight e4, but no, like with this pin is not enough. Obviously, knight e4 is not working because the bishop will take the queen. But here, very nice intermediate move, rook a8, bishop c8, and now, this, I will say the strong grandmasters knows when to change the position. So here, Wojtaszek played first queen a6. So what's the safe thing is just to transfer this to the winning endgame. So after queen a6, knight d2, rook c8. Nothing better to take. Knight f3 check, gf. But the problem is that this queen is still, still in danger because there is no running away from this rook on c8. After that, queen c, king g7, and there is just not enough material here for black to do anything. And after queen d6, knight h3, king f1, there is no any ideas for perpetual check because king will just run away. So very interesting game. I will say from the first 15 or first even 20 moves, I think that position was like in the home prep was, you know, they both of them, they already prepared this position. I believe that maybe Svidler played too aggressive at some point. This idea with rook b3, I'm not so sure that was good, but I'm sure that Wojtaszek had a advantage from the, you know, from the move 20, let's say from the middle game. Wojtaszek was better, so very nice win for the Wojtaszek. He won this match. He went to the third round. So of course we will still follow this Grand Prix tournament. That it's very interesting to watch and to follow. Okay, hope you enjoyed. Please let me know. Again, subscribe to my channel. Let me know what you think about this, and hope to see you soon then. Bye.